Well, first of all, okay, he has other alternatives in the opening, but this is a kind of position that could arise also via some other. He could play something else to get similar position with bishop on d5, and okay, objectively, it isn't really anything. But if anyone can try, I think it's white. And yeah, it confused me a lot that he played b6. Well, first of all, I think if I go with the other rook, then he has some tactics with a5, a4, and probably the rook belongs there anyway. But it confused me. I thought he was gonna force a4. So okay, anyway.
The only thing that came to my mind was this Tomaszewski system from the Karpov 4 E3 Nimzo. When I saw this structure against Hui Fan, but then the black bishop is on b7, and of course the black bishop on h5.
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah. No, it looks like he shouldn't really be worse at all, but it quite quickly became very, very unpleasant for him. So I mean, basically, queen d2 is just a trick. Since I mean, I'm hinting at c5. And I'm very much hoping that he's going to play f6, because I don't want to go for this queen b2 stuff when he has the g6 square available. Like he can do something like this, and he gets counterplay with h5 and so on. Maybe it's still good for white, but I thought with the pawn on f6, it's much more comfortable to play queen b2, because I think f5 is just too slow, and otherwise I'm sort of getting my stuff with queen a3, knight d2, and then if he doesn't have counterplay, then it's kind of unpleasant, because his problems are not really going away, and eventually I'm getting somewhere on the queen side, and then yeah, he criticized knight c5 after the game, but I think he had thought for a long time, and he panicked a bit. Like he couldn't find a decent plan, and it's very unpleasant. Like you look at all the opportunities, and you cannot see a way to equalize, and eventually you just I don't know. Eventually you go for something, and then it turns out not to be.
Yeah, I mean, we also haven't seen Levon ever in such a time trouble. I mean, he was down to 1 minute from move 25 or something. It already felt like then his middle game must have been difficult.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's very, very strange. Like you make all these natural moves, but then you are somehow stuck. And I'm sure that objectively the position is still okay for black, but it's just. My play is so simple. I know what my moves are going to be, and it's much more difficult for him. Like you see everywhere some little problems, and also he had the trick with rook c7 is that I would in principle like to play this, but then he would take and bishop f7, and I don't get. I'm not in time to set up, but in this case, yeah, the endgame is always very unpleasant for him. And,
yeah, finally the question that did he have to play a5 or because
like the game it's so logical. It's so logical that you go a4 a5 just block it, but maybe he doesn't. But the question is what else? Is he going for some quick knight c5? I don't know.
Yeah, because we have been praising a5 when it happened, but looking back, we are already not sure if
maybe he already knew something. Like because I thought it was logical to play a5 immediately and then to force a4 and b6 to fix the structure. So I was thinking for a long time here why he did not play a5 because but eventually I thought it doesn't make a difference and I can't see anything else. But no, I mean I don't know what to suggest though. Like.
Yeah, very special, very instructive middle game position.
Yeah.
We are learning every day something new. Yeah.
It's very interesting. Like even it's surprising how unpleasant it suddenly becomes, and then when he goes for this just doesn't work. If he takes back with a queen, whatever it takes, I go with the rook on b file, king goes to e3, and it should be at least very bad. I don't know about lost, but
yeah, I mean, it little bit surprised me that he went for this, because maybe he must have blundered something. I don't know. It's clear after e4 you will not have any chance. I thought that maybe, okay, some h6, whether it's good or bad, but okay, try to do some, but maybe he can't do anything. Yeah,
no, this is the problem. Like, what can you do? Probably also he was relying on this position, because if I jump with the knight, then it's not so easy. But I think this is a very clever waiting move. Like, it's hard for him to, like, I show, for instance, like knight c5. I think it's not actually that clear. Like, I go here and he goes rook maybe to d6, and I'm having some problem with this pawn. But if he makes the most natural move h6, then this is something different, because rook is coming to g3. So yeah, here like queen d6, it's also he's getting forked, and once he goes back knight d2, he has no play whatsoever. But yeah, I guess so. I guess he should try something along the lines of this. But
yeah, you just go bishop f2? Or?
Yeah, I feel like, I go bishop f2 and ask him to make a move.
And whenever he goes f4, then you
then I can take. Maybe he could have tried f4 actually, because maybe he has some kind of tricks. If he takes with the rook b3, he can go bishop c2. And rook b2, rook d5, and also if I go queen b2 first, he cannot protect everything, but maybe he can do something along the lines of this to create counterplay. I mean, anything to just get some kind of active play. But,
yeah, we have been discussing. I heard that you said after yesterday's game that you are quite tired after all these tough games. Well, I thought that if you are tired and you play like this, like you did today, it's quite scary. So, what is your status now?
No, it was much better today. To be honest, it's like it's much easier to play those guys that I've played so many times before. It feels like there is less pressure, and you can just go with the flow. You don't. I mean, with the other guys, I'm overthinking everything. Here, I'm just playing much more fluidly. So, I think this helps. And also, I had a good rest after yesterday. I was a bit worried before the game, like how am I going to beat Meyer? And then when I did, I kind of relaxed. And with a 1 point lead, also, it was very pleasant to play today.
So the Shenzhen outcome couldn't spoil your morning?
No, I would like to offer my quite insincere congratulations to Anish for his win. But yeah, it was an exciting last round. But now he's got this monkey off his back. So, well. We'll see what happens in the future, but yeah, it's a bit of a mixed feeling, to be honest.
Any opinions on the ongoing games? Is there any drama left?
Okay, I suppose Arkady was losing.
Hang on, Vichy lost.
Yeah, Vichy lost.
Wow, what happened there?
Rook d4 was a... No, look, he just blundered.
Yeah, he thought he could always take on c4, but then he gets rook e1.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, rook b2, rook d1, rook e1. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Because just at the moment when we thought that finally Vichy escaped, because it looked like he will not survive this position, but
yeah.
then they reached this, and Yeah, this is
Wow.
chess. It can go so fast. Yeah, that's
So I mean, I suppose if he makes some kind of decent move, it's just a draw. I don't know.
should be.
But it's not
yeah,
so easy.
Yeah, maybe d6. Can I start with d6?
D6, rook b2.
Yeah, then yeah,
It's not so easy.
yeah, rook d5. At least I
Yeah.
protect my rooks.
Yeah. So we take
King b1 and
go rook f2 maybe.
yeah, you force me back.
Yeah. If maybe rook e. Okay. I just wanted to. I suppose. I mean, Arkady is losing now. But he must have missed something here. Like, I thought if he wants to play for equality, he can just take on b3. Here.
And how does this now continue?
Yeah, rook d5 and queen will be trapped. Yeah, so I suppose he has to go knight c5 and go away with the queen, but then, I mean, clearly only black can be better.
But okay, certainly he missed this idea because he was going down on time.
Yeah, but maybe he thought bishop c3 somehow he was
And maybe
he
he
was
just
better.
missed that this queen e5 pins will not
Yeah.
win him a piece, yeah?
Yeah, it's so easy to be, but it's, I mean, the approach, for me, like, once you see knight b3, you just go for it, because it's safe, you have little time, and there were also some lines like knight b3, you could go like take c8, but knight d4, but I think, okay, it's clear that black is better, but...
Yeah, wow, nice move.
Yeah, it was a nice little trick, I thought.
So you had time to,
Yeah,
look
at this
around,
point.
yeah?
At this point, I mean, my position was so good that I just glanced at the board and I thought, yeah, just please go knight b3.
All right, thanks a lot, Magnus, I think.
Yeah.
It has been an impressive game.
No, it was a good game. I like last few games were not so good, but today was much better. So
Get some more rest.
I shall. Okay, thank you guys.
Yeah.